Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Tonight on Back of the Net, we will be covering the Manchester United vs FC Copenhagen Champions League must-win match. Now, things are going to plan so far. For those of you that did join me on the match preview, my predicted 11 is the starting 11. So hopefully the result can can follow that course, and we will end up the winners with a 1-0 victory. Not 1-0, I predicted 2-0. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. 2-1 victory. Get your score predictions in the chat, and yeah, we'll see what you guys are thinking. Hello, Ilmi, how you doing? Suhan, how's it going, man? You doing good? Eshaw, 28 minutes to go until the biggest game of our season. Yep, pretty much. Must-win game. There's literally no excuses to not win this game. We're the better side on paper. We're at home. No excuses. Even if the ref screws us over, we need to find a way to win. So, fingers crossed we can get it. Can't believe McTominay is starting. McTominay's in good form, Suhan. See, Ilmi's calling you out there. Why? Why are you surprised McTominay's starting? He's in the best form of his life, pretty much. JC, good evening. Good evening, JC. How you doing? Suhan, he's good. Good to hear, man. Going for a 3-2 scrappy win. Ilmi sticking with his 3-0 prediction from last night. Good to see. Good to see you, man. Okay, so, well, Ilmi's gone out and said that McTominay is our best player so far. Bold statement, but when he's featured, he's scored. So, based on the evidence, you may be correct. Suhan's saying he's better off the bench though. I don't know. I think Mount's a good option off the bench as well. If somehow in some world we're chasing the game. Having Mason Mount to come off the bench and bring energy, you can't complain with that. Hoyland's highlights are showing on my screen at the moment. He has really picked up pace in the Champions League. I believe it's the top goal scorer this season, if it hasn't changed already earlier tonight. But yeah, I think he's the top goal scorer for the Champions League. Hopefully he can bag another tonight against his boyhood club. And yeah, keep that good run going. Okay, so we've got a 3-0, we've got a 3-2, we've got a 2-0. I'm going with a 2-1 personally. Ilmi, I don't call my predictions prediction. I call them final results. Well, Ilmi, from the future, I'm sure he will spoil goals for us this evening. I hope he doesn't. I hope you don't, Ilmi. But I'm sure he will. 2 goals for Rashford and 1 for Rasmus. Oof. A man can dream. A man can dream, Ilmi. I think... Do you know what? Do you know what I want to see, or who I want to see score? I don't think this will happen because I do see Rasmus at least getting one of the goals, and perhaps Fernandes. Even though I'd hope Rashford would score, but I think Fernandes is the one who'll pick it up. I want to see Sergio. I want Sergio to score a long-range effort that's even better than Delo's. That's what I'm looking for. Look at that, Ilmi already spoiling the score for us. 2 goals from Rashford, one from Hoyland, and yeah, looks like we're gonna end up absolute champions. We need to win this game. Feel like an Amrabat screamer is incoming. Well, he got close. He got close against Sheffield United, rattling the crossbar. So maybe he's knocking on that door. JC, happy for Maguire. Yeah, me too. Me too, man. I think, to be honest, I just like it when the negative fans just have nothing to moan about. So as even more, like, naturally I want United to win, but I want them to win even more because it just means less bloody hassle having to read like mindless Instagram comments of people saying, but we need to get rid of Rashford, we need to get rid of Bruno. Like, as soon as we lose one game or like a couple of games, it just becomes pure chaos in the United fan base. It's so unstable. And you can point fingers at whoever you want for that, but some people help the cause, some people don't. So yeah, all in all, happy for Maguire. Hopefully he can have another good game tonight. And yeah, it like even if people don't want Maguire to do well, surely they will want Maguire to do well, because the more he performs better, the more likely he is going to leave in January, and we would get a better fee for him. So who knows? And fair play to him. I mean, he's without a doubt playing at the biggest club he's going to play in during his career, the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game, Manchester United. So why would you not cling on to that? And he's come out in interviews saying it wasn't about the money. I'd like to believe him. And it's not as though he's just playing for a paycheck and just turning up and he's completely given up with United. He's obviously putting the work in, and we're seeing improvements, which, to be fair, it's about time. It's been a couple of long years where he's just been completely inconsistent. Ilmi, I think tonight we will dominate the full game and we will score for fun. Oh, I hope it's one of those streams, man. I hope it is, because it's been tough, but it's been rewarding seeing us win towards the end of matches. But I hope that we can just sit back and relax and enjoy this one. Suhan, Harry put a proper shift in last match. It was really good. Yeah, I think it was decent. I still don't know how he got man of the match over Delo, because we did literally win the game because of Delo. Like, a goal didn't look like it was coming other than through that long range effort. But no, fair play to Maguire. JC, we could win as many games as we like, and Sport Bible would still never get off our back. Yeah, Sport Bible and the rest of them, man. Yo, how's it going, Jehan? Get your score prediction in the chat. We've got a couple of 3-0s, we've got a 3-2, we got a 2-0. I'm surprised with JC and Ilmi the most, because I think we're almost bound to concede a goal. I would be shocked if we keep a clean sheet. It just seems like it's just evading us as much as we try to grab one. Perhaps having Varane back in the side will change that. I mean, talk about a downgrade, going from Johnny Evans to Raphael Varane. Like, great. We've just gone from a Premier League winner to, what, some guy who's won a few Champions Leagues. Great. 5-1, says Jehan. Okay, the free-flowing football is back. Everyone's very positive tonight. I like to see it. Okay. We've got 20 minutes till kickoff. Get your guys' predicted man of the matches in the chat. I want to see who you think's going to end up on top tonight. I feel a lot of people are going to go with Rasmus because it is his boyhood club and he will want to prove a point. However, who can I see being man of the match? I think there's going to be a Sergio resurgence here. Resurgence, if you will. I think Sergio is going to show what we were missing, and he's going to absolutely bomb forward and hopefully grab a couple of assists. Varane looking very stern. It's hard to read Maguire's body language because he's kind of got like a resting, confused / sad face. So, who knows? What's Ten Hag got to say? Ten Hag saying that we're in front of the Sir Bobby stand, and we clearly want to win this match. And he wants to fulfill Sir Bobby's legacy. Obviously, the first match at Old Trafford since the passing of Sir Bobby Charlton, so the players should very well be up for this. I mean, in the Sheffield United game, it was hard to see any extra motivation with the players because they were probably hit with the news a couple of hours before game time, so it's hard to like process how that would motivate them. But now, having seen a bit more about the legacy of Sir Bobby Charlton and yeah, having pretty much a Manchester United cultural history lesson, these players really should look at that and think, I want to have a legacy like Sir Bobby Charlton at Manchester United. And hopefully they do. And yeah, hopefully they can kick on from tonight. Realistically, the first team at Manchester United that does win a Premier League after not winning it for it's been over a decade now, hasn't it? The first team to do that, those players will be remembered in history because they're the ones who will have broken that dip. So that should be the motivation for these players. I know it's the Champions League tonight, but it should be in their minds thinking, I want to be a part of the squad that puts Manchester United back on top. Rashi man of the match, says Suhan. Oh, I hope so. I don't think he's scored in a long time, to be honest. Showing highlights of McTominay here now. Wait a sec. Scott McTominay is our second top goal scorer this season, behind Casemiro. Wow. How are our top goal scorers McTominay and Casemiro? I get injuries, but come on, Rashford, you need to wake up now. First time in so long we have two fullbacks. Let's cook, says Snake Eyes. Yep, it's time. I mean, modern football is all about the fullbacks, and Ten Hag obviously wants to play that high possession football, so in reality, we should see a very good performance tonight. However, the stats, which I went through in the match preview, would suggest that it's going to be quite a tight game. We've got an interesting history with FC Copenhagen where there's been a lot of draws. Every game's been fairly tight and we've never really dominated them. But hopefully that can change tonight. Our squad value is 14 times more than Copenhagen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rashford jogging down the tunnel very gingerly. Interesting. Rasmus with a little tap on his back. Body language was interesting there from Rashford. It looked as though he was either slightly injured or his just body language wasn't very good, which isn't what you want to see at the start of a match. Harry Maguire, 15 wins in his last 16 starts. He has been facing weaker opposition, so that is one of the most bloated stats I've ever seen in my life. But if he keeps it up against higher level opposition, I'm not saying FC Copenhagen necessarily are the highest level of opposition, but if he does keep it up against higher level opposition, then fair play. He's got a shout there to something to be proud about. Mackenzie, I have arrived. What channel is game on? TNT Sports 2, if you're in the UK, which I believe you are. Not to give away your location there, Mr. Mackenzie. Okay, so we've got 14 minutes to the biggest game of the season so far. Players looking pumped. Bit worried about Marcus Rashford's body language there. I think he looked a bit lumbered going into the tunnel there. I don't know whether that was just him getting in the zone or what was going on, but yeah, hopefully he's all right and everything's okay with him. When we look at the starting 11, we've also got Varane coming back. Hopefully he won't pick up an injury. It's a massive downgrade, if you ask me, to go from Johnny Evans to Raphael Varane. Johnny Evans, the GOAT, as we like to call him here. Johnny age is just a number. Evans. Hopefully he hasn't taken the bench too seriously, and he can rally himself up to come off the bench and make a difference. If you haven't already, guys, drop a like on the video. Going to be doing a stream for every single Manchester United match this season, without fail. Even if the internet goes down, we're going to an internet cafe if they still exist. And yeah, join the home of honestly biased sports content. JC, hopefully no injuries today. Need as much of a squad we can get against City. Yeah, hopefully, man. I think if we win today, then we're actually in a very good spot to at least challenge Man City in this next game. Which realistically, we're at home. It's not impossible, but yeah, we've definitely got a weakened side. This isn't the starting 11 that most people probably thought would be playing at this stage of the season, but you gotta work with the cards you're dealt. Mackenzie, are you actually predicting another Delo screamer? I'll be happy if we don't get battered, to be honest, against City. That's not the attitude, bruh. Come on, man. Be happy if we don't get battered. We're going to batter them. Hoyland's going to, like, in Meg's Haaland and then dance on his ponytail. I don't even know what I'm saying at the moment. I woke up from a nap before this stream, so if I'm a bit asleep, don't blame me. As for the takeover news, for those who don't know, obviously, Sir Jim, 25% minority stake, yada yada yada. Woohoo. We're still waiting for that to be officially announced because it missed the deadline or something like that for a board meeting. So that will be announced in a couple of months. I don't know, hopefully or not hopefully, because in reality it's not what we all wanted. And I've been seeing a few reports going on about how Sir Jim isn't necessarily buying the club or that stake in the club because he's a fan, but because it's a brilliant business opportunity in his eyes, which would suggest to me that Sir Jim and the Glazers are just going to own the club together for the next 5 to 10 years because Sir Jim's getting on himself a bit. I think he's 70. So 10 years max, which is a long time. I think them two are going to own the club for that long, and then we will eventually see them both sell. Probably for if not, just throw us in a Super League or something like that. So I hate to be a bummer going into the Champions League night, but I think we're going to have to deal with the Glazers for at least another 5 years. I would be shocked if they sell sooner than that, given that Sir Jim's pretty much just put extra money into the club. And actually, the money that he's put in, I also saw somewhere else that it's not even money that's being put into the club. So that money, because essentially Sir Jim's buying the shares from the Glazers, that money that Sir Jim's putting in is directly going to the Glazers. It's not going into the club. So when they talk about expanding Old Trafford to a 90,000 person stadium, it's not with Sir Jim's money. Sir Jim's actually giving the money over to the Glazers. And what's likely happening is Sir Jim's probably going to be taking out more debt of his own to then give to the stadium, if that makes sense. So off the pitch, United are still as big of a mess as ever. The only nice thing about the whole situation is that we could have a bit of a decent stadium. But the decent stadium just results in Manchester United being in more debt. So yeah. But anywho, let's not pay attention to all of that stuff because there's no point. It's outside of our control. Let's pay attention to what really matters. So tonight we have Manchester United playing Copenhagen. Only other big games I really see are Real Madrid versus Braga, but that's not necessarily that big. And Arsenal versus Sevilla, which could be interesting. Let's first off see how our group is looking. So here we go. Manchester United have a 75% chance of winning this game, according to Google. 15% draw and 10% chance Copenhagen win. If we were to lose this game, we would be on 0 points in the Champions League group. We have never lost 4 games, I think it would have been. Yeah, it would. If we lose tonight, then we would have lost 4 games in a row. In the Champions League, which we've never done in our history. So history's on our side with that one. If we win the game, then we hop over Copenhagen and we're in 3rd place. Woohoo. Europa League secured. Awesome. Love to hear it. And yeah, we'll be 1 point off Galatasaray and bloody 6 points off Bayern Munich. That's with... Oh, so they have already played their game, actually. So we will be... So yeah, we'll be 1 point off Galatasaray and 6 points off Bayern Munich. And we still have Galatasaray to play away. And we've got Copenhagen to play away. And we've got Bayern to play at home. So yeah, realistically, we need to win all of our matches. So we've got wiggle room with Bayern Munich to just grab a draw there or something, and then we can rest easy and look to the next stage of the competition. Bruno Fernandes in the tunnel, wrinkling his forehead. Is that stress? Is that concentration? Looks as though he's having body language. Sergio tapping his feet on the ground. He is focused. Sergio always looking like between a very charming boy and a crackhead down an alley that could easily rob your BlackBerry. Mackenzie, that new stadium would come from either more from his own pockets or loans with Ineos Group. More likely loans with Ineos because he can write it off with Taxman. Yeah, I think that's more likely what's going to be happening. Jehan, gonna have to leave early. Jehan. My heart. There's no excuse to be leaving early on the Old Truthford streams. Everyone knows that. Yeah, Mackenzie, call him out. Why is that? Where's your sick note, Jehan? Come on. Did you hear what Ramos had to say about Arsenal? I didn't, JC. What did he say? Are we talking Sergio? Jehan, I'm going to want to see your sick note in the Admin's Angels chat if you... If it's not received within the next 24 hours, there will be words. If your 5-1 prediction comes true, though, then you're absolutely free as a bird. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's get ready for the first half. Players coming out the tunnel. Signs are being held up for Sir Bobby. Rest in peace, legend. Imagine being one of the greatest players to have ever played for the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game. It's like genuinely, that's historic. That's history right there. JC basically saying that Martinelli and Saka pose no threat and are nothing he hasn't seen before. You know Sergio Ramos is going to get injured or absolutely fried, don't you? It's bound to happen now. He's cursed it. I'd love it if he just sits them down though. That'd be boss. Jayhan not feeling that well. Took a sick leave today and still barely recovering. May have to take one tomorrow as well. Food poisoning. Oh, sorry, man. Hopefully you feel better. Make sure to drink plenty of fluids. Get those vitamin C tablets down. And yeah, hopefully we get the win to boost your spirits as well. Copenhagen players looking like they're walking out to their own funeral. They know what's coming. I'm never going to get over those face masks that they have to wear when they've got like an injured nose or something. They look so ridiculous. Rashford won't look at the camera, but looks focused. Rasmus is just smiling away. The boy. United, Jayhan. Thanks for tuning in, man. Okay, so lineups out. Onana in goal, Maguire and Varane at the back, Sergio at left back, Dalot at right back, Amrabat down the middle, McTominay and Fernandes further forward, Rashford and Anthony on the wings, and Højlund up top. Let's go, United. Come on. Easy win today, easy win. Dad's cleaning it up, it's fine. What are you talking about, Mackenzie? What's your dad cleaning, mate? Did you just deleted the message? What? What's going on here? Dad's cleaning up the food poisoning. Was that the joke? What? Mackenzie, have you had something to drink? What's going on here? Well, now this stream's a real party talking about dog feces and throw up on the carpet. Woohoo. Bloody hell, Mackenzie. Wash your mouth out with soap, will you? Or clean your fingers that you're typing with. Okay, Ten Hag is coming out with a wreath in memory of Sir Bobby now. Bagpipes are playing, obviously, in commemoration to Sir Bobby. Drawing this. Okay, now there's going to be a round of applause. I personally always prefer the round of applause for players rather than the silence. You are not forgiven, Mackenzie. Okay, that's the minute silence over, and we should be ready for the game now. I think well, there's no way that we don't win after that. Like we need to actually grab the 3 points tonight. As Mackenzie says, United, United, United. Here we go. Anthony on his knees, praying for the win. Diego, Truthfordians, how you doing, Diego? And Copenhagen will kick us off. Here we go to 3 points. Yeah, boy. Mistook the kickoff there. Okay, here we go. First half is underway. Maguire, man on the mission, heading it away twice. We win the throw-in. Up to Højlund, who is robbed of the ball. Bruno's trim is atrocious. I didn't catch it. Let me have a look out for a trim watch. Is it just me or does anyone else like Ten Hag's trim? I'm quite a big fan of it. Okay, Varane on the ball at the back, plays it back to Maguire. Maguire, stoic. Wandering forward slowly. Maguire to Delo. Back to Varane. Varane to Sergio. The boy. Oh, Sergio, what a man. Diego, trim watch, Ten Hag spotless. Very, very good. I like what you did there. Finally in front of admin, it's unheard of. Oh no. I can't have Mackenzie in front of me. How much further ahead are you in front of me? Oh god, we've just had a long shot already. I think Onana got a hand to it. Could see the future in Ten Hag's time. It is the future, mate. That's going to be the future of style. Onana saved, but it was going off target anyway, I think. So corner to Copenhagen here. May need to sort out this timer a bit. Okay, corner coming in. Copenhagen shot. Long shot. Oh god, Delo makes attack. Bruno's been elbowed somewhat to the ground with his beautiful trim. Oh, I see what you mean with the trim. Did his wife do it or his kids? Why is it uneven on the side? Okay, Delo on the ball. Delo to Amrabat, to Varane, to Delo, and Delo has already misplaced a ball. Don't worry, no spoiler. Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you. God bless. Yeah, uneven fade. Yeah, it's looking a bit interesting there from Fernandez. I don't know who did that haircut and how much he paid for it, but my timer's having a bit of a mare at the moment. Let me. Rasmus was close to closing down the goalkeeper there. It's unfortunate. Looks as though McTominay is playing off of Højlund, which is good to see. Amrabat. Ooh. Oh, Maguire. Go on, Maguire. Get back. Recover from it. Maguire goes to tackle but ends up bouncing the ball off the post. Copenhagen off the post. Copenhagen in the box. Shot. And it's over the bar. Oh my god. Okay. Maguire almost gave away the goal there. He went in for the challenge, but ended up just bouncing it off of the Copenhagen player's shin, which led to a counter attack and very nearly a goal conceded. If I said in the match preview, if we score early, this will be a fairly comfortable night for United. If we were to concede early, this is going to be quite a painful watch. Maguire doesn't help himself. He doesn't. Okay. Anthony sprinting forward, pressing. I just don't know how you could be that careless as a defender who needs to be on his A game. I know he's playing left centre back where he's been playing right centre back under Ten Hag, but still, if you wanna show that you're in good form and get back in the starting 11, these are the things that you need to do. You need to not make silly mistakes like that. Okay, Copenhagen. Well, it doesn't look like we're pinning them back necessarily, which again shows that we don't really have that style of football. We're getting pressed a lot. Copenhagen on the attack. Copenhagen. And they win a throw-in. Okay, well, this isn't the liquid football I was expecting tonight, but I do think it's going to be a bit of a challenging game. Diego and Mackenzie, get your score predictions in the chat. I've got them from the others. I don't think I've got yours. Amrabat to Rashford, but a heavy touch. And it looks as though Copenhagen are playing at home. Oh yeah, Diego. 3-1 in the preview stream. So we need to score a goal early, don't we? How long's it been since we've scored 3 goals? It feels like it's been since that Crystal Palace game where we played the youth and we were playing Crystal Palace's C team. Okay, Maguire on the ball. To Varane. Sergio. Rashford on the ball. Rashford to Maguire. Maguire to Varane. Varane on the ball. Maguire. Mackenzie. You seem that if Ratcliffe is unhappy with Eric Ten Hag, he wants to bring in Potter. I think there would genuinely be riots if Rashford. Well, if we get rid of, I'm not even entertaining it. We're not getting rid of Ten Hag, but if they were to get rid of him, why would they be getting rid of him? Because the main criticism in public opinion at the moment is, he doesn't know how to handle big stars, all of this stuff. Well, Potter couldn't handle a bunch of kids at Chelsea, so how's he going to handle Manchester United? I don't believe it. And also, Sir Jim isn't the one who's like making the decisions. He's bringing in sporting directors for that and stuff. Like, I'd be mind blown if Sir Jim even tried it. Varane out wide to Sergio. Okay, Amrabat to Varane. How am I now a minute behind admin, says Mackenzie. Eat my dust, bruh. Okay, Onana at the back. No mistakes from him tonight. That'd be great. Amrabat on the ball. Amrabat to Varane. Varane picks it up. Varane to Fernandes. Beautiful. Fernandes safely finds Sergio. Sergio sprinting for Rashford too long. Terrible, mate. That was poor. But he sprints back and gets it. Fair play to him. Fair play to Rashford. Not willing to give the ball up. And he's sprinting forward. And he's taken out, but does not win the foul. Story of Rashford's season so far in that exchange just there. Literally picks the ball up, gets tackled because he was dilly-dallying, wins it back, so he shows some fight there, but then eventually just kicks it out and gets bodied. So yeah, promising signs. And there was, people will say, Rashford doesn't run. He showed it there, but not what you want to see. Anthony on the ball. I should have been looking forward. Why were you looking backwards there, man? Copenhagen throw-in. Diego, I felt those Potter rumours were just backpage hogwash. No way. Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it in any world. Like, there would genuinely be just riots. Either way, I hope they don't cut another project prematurely for the sake of it. Well, in all honesty, the Glazers wanted to stick with Ollie. So, like, the only reason they got rid of Ole was because the fans turn against him. And I think as long as the fans don't turn against the manager, the Glazers will keep the manager in place. Because they don't care if we finish like 5th or 6th instead of 4th. Like, it's the players and social media that like draw so much attention to it that then makes the Glazers want to get rid of or rather the footballing directors want to get rid of the manager. So as long as the fans stay on side with Ten Hag, I don't see there being any opportunity for him to get replaced. Okay, Varane to Onana. Onana out wide, but it's off the pitch. That is a throw-in. Okay. What have we got here? Copenhagen down. Was that kept in? Nah, that was out. Cool. United throw-in. Let's see what the stats are saying. What are the stats telling me? Okay, so we've got more possession by about 20 passes. Pass accuracy is actually decent tonight, so it shows that we're keeping the ball a lot more in comparison. Okay, Copenhagen on the attack here. Down the right wing, please do not do a cutback in the box and score. Cross. Okay, good from Varane. Okay, good. Good defending from Varane. Varane gets caught. Caught there. Okay, so stats-wise, Copenhagen have created the better chances, and they've created more chances than we have. And they've tried to catch us early. As you can see, they've had a few shots early on. They're obviously very up for this game, and they know that we're not at our strongest, so they're going for the throat. Mackenzie sending in a bunch of monsters into the chat. Very, very scary. Okay, corner for Copenhagen. Corner taken. And it is well defended. We protect this house, Hoyland says to himself as he tries to tackle this man. Luke Taylor, what's good, man? What is going on with us? Need to wake up. Oh, we're just playing possum, mate. Don't worry about it. Wait until Sergio gets on the ball. Wait until Sergio gets on the ball. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Not too bad. What's your score prediction, Luke? Hoyland in the box. Hoyland shoots. Oh, over the bar. He loves that. He loves that hyper. Wait a sec. Was that Rashford? Rashford found Hoyland and created that opportunity there. Add that to the compilation for anyone who's keeping notes of Marcus Rashford being so selfish. Just found Hoyland again. What a selfish player. 3-1 was my prediction prior to the game, but after these 15 minutes, I'm quite pessimistic. Yeah, I think it was always going to be a close game. The two sides have a history of close matches, so I think it's going to be a 2-1 to United. I can see us scoring one in the next 10-15, one after the second half, and then Copenhagen maybe score one in the last 20 minutes. Everything's going to plan so far as what I predicted. We just need that goal now. Hoyland really likes that quick taken shot. He does, Diego. It's he loves going for full power as well, though. He likes shooting towards the top of the goal. From the looks of it, scored a goal similar to that against San Marino. That ball by Rashford was lush. Yeah, but well, I mean, he's picked up almost 70 assists in his career so far, which is obviously very common with selfish players, as we know. You know what? Hoyland is bagging a brace. Watch, says Luke Taylor. Let's hope you're right, mate. Anthony sprinting down the right wing. Beautiful. Like a gazelle. And he wins the throw-in. Very good. Okay, everyone's... Okay, we started slow, but we're taking control of this match now. You can see our possession coming in. Amrabat playing it out wide to Delo. Delo cross. Oh, it was a decent cross as well. I think that found Højlund. Varane. Varane at the back. Varane plays it to Delo. Delo doing some magic. Delo, very good. Good start from Delo. Very good start. Okay, did that find... Yeah, the cross found Højlund, I think. It may have come off the Copenhagen player originally, though, for a deflection. But close. Fastest I've seen Anthony run. Got to find a way past this press. Delo looking positive. Yeah. Delo's surely got to take a lot of confidence out of scoring a screamer and being the reason we won 3 points. So hopefully he can go on a run with it. Fernandez in. Couldn't find anyone though. Anthony again on the edge of the box after the corner. Rashford down the left. Rashford to Anthony. Anthony looking for a cross, but Copenhagen player intercepts. And Sergio at the back. Strong feet. He's got strong feet. You can just tell. Delo going to be top scorer. Mark my words. Oh God, Mackenzie, stop it, man. Maguire to Varane. Do not mark my words. Great. Sergio to Rashford. Sergio on the ball again. Back to Fernandez, who's come deep. I never like it when Fernandez goes deep. But McTominay is literally playing cam. Like he's been, if you looked at their heat maps, McTominay's been further forward than Fernandez. It almost looks like we're playing with 2 strikers when we're in possession because McTominay's level with Højlund, which is quite interesting. Marcus Rashford left wing. Oh, he's going for the shot. Too many players. Too many players coming out at him there. Unlucky not to get more power onto that. Fourth back into. Yep. We're playing Brexit ball, boys. Graham Potter could never. Even though he is English. Højlund and Scott up front is a force to be reckoned with. I hope so. I want to see some link-up play between them two because... Okay, McTominay coming deeper now and Fernandez going up front. So them two are clearly in interchangeable roles. You can see, so at the moment, when Scott's going deep, Bruno's running further forwards, then like a little pivot kind of thing. And then when Fernandez goes deep, McTominay is going further forward and Amrabat's just staying around the midfield area, which I quite like. Luke got flashbacks of Ronaldo then with that Rashford cameo. I mean, up until the season when Rashford had an absolute stinker, he was on level with matching Ronaldo's goal record season on season, but he's never 100% looked the same after that dodgy season at Ole. If we lose tonight, we are out of the champs. We are, Mackenzie. Which is why we are not going to lose. Anthony, down the right wing. Anthony sprinting forward to Højlund. Oh my God, it's like, oh no. McTominay. What happened there? The Højlund's complaining. Hoyland with a beautiful play back. That was beautiful football. Okay, so Amrabat to Anthony. Anthony cuts in, beats his man, plays it to Hoyland, does the little flick backwards. McTominay thinks it's for him. McTominay sprints in, and it comes off the Copenhagen player, so it should be a corner. His best season was his debut with Rashford. Do you remember when Rashford was literally scoring on every single debut that he had? So he scored on like his Europa League debut, his FA Cup debut, his Premier League debut, Champions League debut. He scored in like every single debut he ever had. England debut as well. Okay, I think my time was a bit messed up again. Yeah, Derby debut. Was his Derby debut when he nutmegged Demichelis? Demichelis? Okay, Varane. To Sergio, back to Maguire. Okay. So we're getting closer, but Copenhagen definitely aren't out of this. Still very much 50-50. Okay, Copenhagen at the back. Copenhagen at the back again. Okay. They're taking the sting out of the game. They know they know that they can lull us into a slow pace and then suddenly attack, and it will be a lot more potent. Maguire kicks it out for a throw-in. Don't think Maguire's going to have the best of games considering he's on the left-hand side of the centre-back partnership. I think he's got comfortable playing on the right-hand side. They look like a very good football side, Copenhagen. No superstars, just a good team. You could say that about every football side that we like ever play against. It's funny though when you think about it, because like, would you consider Rasmus a superstar? Because we've spent decent money on him, but he's still only like 20 years old, and he's scored like what, a maximum of 10 league goals in a season, if that. So I don't think it's not like our team's super filled with superstars. I mean, I'd say maybe who in our team are like world renowned players. We've got Varane, we've got Fernandez, and I'd say that's I think Rashford could be knocking on that, but his season just hasn't even started. So I think we've got like what, two 2 like world-class players in our team, which is still more than Copenhagen, and probably those 2 put together, you could buy their entire team. But I don't know. I think we're definitely not there yet. Oh, sorry, I missed Sergio as well. He's obviously a world-class player. Luke, very promising young talent, just has to be managed and nursed in the right way. Yeah, this is the thing as well. I'm surprised when people say that they want to get rid of Ten Hag and bring, like, I don't know, a more established coach who's used to playing and managing big personalities. When Ten Hag's known for building the youth, so I think he's the perfect manager considering the amount of young talent we have, like Højlund, Pellistri, Garnacho, Ahmad, Kobe Mainu. We're really just getting started. All of these players can be etched into to the first team at some point. Need Fred back. Bloody hell, Mackenzie. I miss Herrera. Herrera was an interesting one because he brought a lot to the team, but his output was never really there. So he didn't really get as much credit as he should have got. But at the same time, I think when you're a midfielder in today's standards, you need to provide more. You need to at least provide more goals and assists than Herrera did. It's very rare that players can be in a side just because they've got high energy and tenacity. Mackenzie, you seen Herrera interview where he said he suffers when he plays because he's so competitive that if he's not best on the pitch, he's peed off. Well, there's a reason Mourinho loved him. Like, Mourinho doesn't play players without that type of mindset, so fair play to him. I was very disappointed when we got rid of Herrera and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's because the club didn't want to offer him more money, and that's why he ended up going to PSG, I believe. But then again, when players say stuff like, "Oh yeah, I would have loved to stay at Manchester United, but I could earn an extra like 50k," I don't really hold much sympathy, because surely if you're playing at the club of your dreams, you don't care about like an extra 50k. Fair enough if it's like 7 times what you're earning and all of that, but an extra 50k or whatever, nah. Sergio, down the left. Sergio hasn't really done anything this game, if I'm being honest. He's kind of been anonymous. Herrera played for the badge, and that's the least we can expect. Yeah, that's one thing he did do. Herrera definitely had the mentality of a Manchester United player. I just don't know if he had the overall final quality to make it in a proper United side. He would definitely be in a United squad though if Ferguson was in charge. I could see Herrera being a squad player. Herrera was shadowed by the Fellaini experiment. Oh, poor Fellaini. We don't talk about the Fellaini experiment. Herrera loved this club, definitely. I didn't mind Fellaini, to be honest. I liked what he offered to the team. His elbows weren't friendly though. Oh, Fellaini, man, nah. I don't have any like place in my heart for Fellaini, to be honest. He's just anti-football. Like, funnily enough, I was comparing him to Scott McTominay on a few Instagram posts a while back, and ironically, he also was more effective further forward. So he wasn't a natural cam, but he kept... he wasn't a natural CDM, but he kept being played there by Jose Mourinho. So it was like... He's more similar to Scott McTominay than you'd think, Fellaini. But Fellaini just epitomised like everything that was wrong with United. Because he was brought in by Moyes, and then he lasted through Van Gaal, and then he even lasted with Mourinho. And then, thank the Lord, this is why I gave Solskjaer so much credit as well. He actually got rid of Fellaini. He came in immediately, and after seeing Fellaini under 3 different managers, he was just like, yeah, he's not a United player. So happy about that. Fellaini was the chest Messi. He had a magnet on his chest. Very impressive. Fellaini career mode legend. Chuck him up front when you're losing and get his head on crosses. Herrera reminded me of the way Ji-sung Park was. Yeah, exactly. I'd say Herrera was a watered down Ji-sung Park, pretty much. He could do a job on a player Fergie needed him to. Yeah. Well, the game's still very 50-50. It's very scrappy. I'd be surprised if anyone's got particularly high pass accuracy. Although United are boasting. Let's do a quick stat watch. Manchester United are boasting a 87% pass accuracy, but we've only got 4% more possession and 1 shot on target. Boring football in all honesty. Sergio Cross. McTominay got up to it, but couldn't reach it. If McTominay doesn't wake up by the 60th minute, then we know that Eriksen's going to come on. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some changes at halftime as well, given the significance of the match. I think Eriksen's definitely going to come on for McTominay. But yeah, stat watch, nothing to separate us. We just had more possession, which is absolutely meaningless. Cool. Just take Rashford off, mate, at this point. I don't know why everyone's highlighting Rashford constantly. Like, it's not just him. The whole team's been a bit scrappy at the moment. Good defending there from Rashford. He passed it to Bruno, but he couldn't take it under control. Cross in from Copenhagen. Delo to Onana. And Onana hits it long. Bring Garnacho on. This is his type of game. Can't stress the importance of a result here. Yep. Season definer. We can't be out of the competition this early when last season we were staying in every single competition until the end, pretty much, other than the Europa League. I don't think Rashford's been that bad, but I don't think Sergio's been that good either, in all honesty. I don't think Sergio has had that good of a game. He hasn't really got past anyone, sitting a bit deeper. McTominay looked as though he was trying to play it off to Højlund, but he just played it to himself. Even the Copenhagen players were confused. Amrabat, heavy touch, and Copenhagen have the ball again. I thought, we're lucky Amrabat didn't dive into a tackle there. That could have easily been a red. Rashford hasn't been bad, but this is a Garnacho game. Yeah, I can see that. But I think Garnacho, 60th minute. But we know what's going to happen. Anthony's going to get subbed off. Rashford's going to go to the right. And then Garnacho's going to get played on the left. That's what always happens. We very rarely see a direct swap for Rashford off and then Garnacho on. Rashford has given away the ball so many times and not even running back to get it again. He's run back, Craig. Come on. I've seen him run back. Need some magic. Where's Rasmus? I think McTominay's trying to play it off to Rasmus, but he's not been... Oh my God, McTominay got absolutely done there. Oh God. That was disgusting. Craig. Rashford is the type of player where he can have an absolute stinker but then turn up with a goal or assist. He is that type of player, but this season he just hasn't done it. So I can understand people's reasoning behind starting Garnacho, but yeah, I think it's more out of just seeing something new that they want to start Garnacho. We know Garnacho will give the ball away more than Rashford, if we're being honest. Like it's not as though Garnacho's ball retention is that good. It's another game as well where like Bruno Fernandes has just been fairly anonymous. Just I haven't seen too much of Fernandes. Did you see City fans chatting about Bobby? Oh, they're just plebs. Like what? Who even are they? Why even pay attention to them? It's literally like having a younger brother who just like wants your attention, so they just keep poking you. Just bat them away. In the words of Zlatan, like lions don't worry about the opinions of sheep. Yeah, who cares about what's a City fan? Yeah, exactly, Diego. Like, it's funny even when that oily club won a few plastic cups last year. Like nobody cared. Absolutely nobody cared, and the reason is because, as far as I'm concerned, Man United's main two rivals are Liverpool and Arsenal. No one cared. What was that, Onana? Onana just kicking it straight out of play. That was very poor. United fans with their heads, with their hands on their heads in their hands. James, I still back my comment. City will destroy us at the weekend, and we are offering nothing. Possession is pretty even, but on Sunday we will hardly see the ball. I think you're going to be shocked, James. If we win today, we will beat City. If we don't win today, then we're going to get absolutely annihilated. The only problem with the City match is I 1000% do not trust Diogo Dalot in those matches, because he absolutely what's the way of saying this for the YouTube overlords? He absolutely shizzes himself, and he will pick up a yellow card early, or he'll make a stupid foul. And Delot's confidence in City games is like ridiculously bad. That's what I'm worried about. Little City, Universal Credit Merchants, bloody hell. Haaland ain't going to score anyway. Dalot switches off against quick feet. He does. Varane blocking off. Copenhagen player believes he was offside, but and terrible. No, good cross. Oh my god. Okay, kicks out of play. Copenhagen aren't good, but being the side that's worth 14 times the amount of them, how can we even put them down? Haaland in Evans pocket, to be honest. I just want to see a 5 at the back with Dalot, Sergio, Maguire, McTominay, and Evans. That's what I want to see. Maybe make it a 6. Put Lindelof back there as well. Vispo. Mount on, please. Man, in fact, why does he not start? Well, McTominay's been in good form, but he's done absolutely nothing this game. So yeah, I think Mount's definitely gonna. Well, do you bring Mount on or do you bring Eriksen? Is the question. Eriksen will give you more control of the game. Mount will give you an extra runner in the box. I would have preferred how we've played today. I think I would have preferred Mount rather than McTominay, because seeing the positions McTominay's got in, I would have liked to see Mount in those positions, like linking with Højlund. Shot from Copenhagen, but it is blocked, and it's a corner just before the end of the first half. Let's see how this goes. James, no matter who it is, everyone finds another level to play against us. Teams don't fear us anymore. Teams haven't feared us for a long time, mate. For a long time. It's been a decade since we've won the league. Like, why would they fear us? Luke, all I want for Christmas is United still firing in all competitions. I'd bring both on. Who would you bring both on for, Luke, if you were to bring the ball there? Rashford was making the run, but the ball was a bit behind him. Poor from Sergio. That could have been a real opportunity there. Who would you bring on if you were or bring off if you're going to bring on Mount and Eriksen at the same time? I'd love to see us in all competitions as well. I just don't want to see us in the Europa League, to be honest. I mean, like being a selfish quotation mark content creator, like the Europa League may be good because more matches to do live streams, but realistically, I'd prefer us to be out of the Europa League. And if we're going to crash out the Champions League, then I just don't want to see us in the Europa League. So when we can find our form in the league and we can actually... Well, they've ended the half early there. Okay, end of the first half. How are we all feeling? Oh, man. Let's see what you guys are saying. It was like this in last season under Ole. Just any and every team would smack us about. Yeah, it's like we've just lost energy out of nowhere. I don't know what's happened, really. Change the entire 11 instead. McTominay and Anthony. Okay, so you're going to bring on Mount right wing and Eriksen in midfield. I'd like to see that. That's a good shout, to be fair. Need to be winning. We do. Whistle blown at 44 minutes, 45 seconds. Hashtag robbed, says Diego. Yep, we've been robbed of time. And that's one thing you can't get back. Suhan, it's not even 45 minutes. What is this ref on? Yeah, exactly. Remember, this is the top competition in world football, Champions League, and they blow the whistle early. Like, even the refs can't get it right here, so... Mackenzie had a good season and teams got complacent. It does feel like that, but then also we're missing like a lot of main starters in that team that did so well. So we're missing Casemiro, we're missing Martinez, missing Wan-Bissaka, missing Luke Shaw, missing Eriksen out of the starting lineup today. I still refuse to believe that McTominay brings more than Eriksen, even if he is in good form. I think, as a few of you guys have said, he would be more effective off the bench. So yeah, we're missing like 5 players from that team that did so well last season. We could have been on a last attack in those final 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly, Diego. I mean, we should do a Jurgen Klopp and ask for a replay. Cheeky voice crack there. I think their keeper should have had a red card. Manager should have been sacked. Yes, I agree. What? Mackenzie, if we lose, we blame those 15 seconds. Yes, we do. Diego, A. McKenz, or I. Bit of Scottish coming out there. James, Martial for Anthony, so front three of Rashford, Højlund, Anthony, Mount for McTominay. Yeah, I think it's Mount's time. Is it Mount's time to shine, or do we go with Eriksen and we go with Old Reliable? Because Eriksen has come on and the game has changed. We have seen that a number of times. When Mount's come on, has he necessarily changed the game? Are we putting all of our Champions League hopes on Mason Mount being the game changer, or Christian Eriksen? Christian Eriksen against a Danish side as well. I don't know, will he be... I don't know if that makes any difference whatsoever, but hopefully. Blame David Hill and Fergie for leaving us in the mud. Oh, you can't blame them. They did their time. Off with McTominay, Onana midfield, Mount right wing, and Bayindir in goal. Now that would be an interesting. I don't think we're ever going to see Bayindir, to be honest. Does Bayindir actually exist? Because we're lucky Onana hasn't made a mistake yet. Let's bear that in mind. Onana still hasn't made a mistake. However, having said that, if we look at the stats, he hasn't had much opportunity to make a mistake because we've only conceded one shot on target. Surely we get through this. Seems like a very strange atmosphere inside the ground. Well, how are the fans going to get up for it when we're going 50-50 with bloody Copenhagen? Like, how are we supposed to get up for that? Sorry, Martial, not Anthony. Where would you play Martial in that front three then, James? I want to see Onana play midfield in friendly and see how that would go. Too many ultimate team Donnies in the chat. What's going on here? Why are we playing a goalkeeper in midfield? When he is still called Anthony, just not Anthony. Thank you, Mackenzie, for that. Luke, Mount for Anthony for me. Eriksen lacks for legs. Yeah, Anthony. Oh, it is a shame because I can see the breadcrumbs being laid for people turning against Ten Hag if we do lose a few matches, because the question marks are going to be Anthony, paid a lot of money for him, still not kicking on. Rashford completely flopped this season, so all of the good work they did last season becoming redundant. Højlund, he's a rough gem. Like, I don't know what the saying is. Yeah, he's a rough gem. So we can't put all our hats on him. Not going to hold him to too many high standards as a bloody 20-year-old. Then McTominay in the side. Yeah, he scored a few goals, provided nothing so far. Fernandes, I don't think he's really kicked on this season. Like, yeah, we're seeing a bunch of assists and goals coming from like his time at Portugal, but in United, I don't think he's doing that well. Like, we can't just rely on him for our goals and assists. Amrabat, yeah, he's been decent, but I think it's still clear in my eyes anyway that for the people who were saying, "Oh, Amrabat's better than Casemiro and Casemiro's too old and he's looking leggy," I think Casemiro's still shown that when he's not in the side, we miss things from him. So yeah, Sergio, Maguire, Varane, Delo. I'm just glad they've not conceded a goal yet. Let's see what you guys are saying. Eshaw, I thought we changed to a 4-3-3 from what we used to use, a 4-2-3-1, because we wanted more midfield runners. Yeah. It looks as though we're playing a 4-3-3, but then just when Bruno goes forward, McTominay drops a bit, and then when McTominay runs forward, Bruno drops a bit. Bispo, Onana would be better than many of the midfielders. I don't know. Luke, hear me out. Switch to a 3-5-2 and we win the game. We'll never do that, so I can't prove you wrong. I don't think we've ever played with 3 at the back under Ten Hag, so I don't know if we're going to do that. Sure? We haven't had any midfield runner. When our fullbacks get the ball, we can't even come inside to a midfielder and have to either play backwards or down the line to wing. This is the thing with the midfield. Like, yeah, it's a decent midfield with decent players. But when you think of last season, you could literally see triangles between Eriksen, Fernandes, and Casemiro. Like, you could see patterns of play develop. You could see all of this going on. When you look at our midfield, how often do you see our midfielders passing to each other? Like, I don't think in that whole first half or in any of the minutes that we've seen McTominay, Fernandes, and Amrabat all playing together, we've seen the 3 of them create triangles. Like, and I don't know whether to blame that on Ten Hag or if the players aren't doing it or if there's no chemistry or what's going on, but it's definitely something there. James, on either the wing, Martial has great link-up play, so with Højlund would do well. Yeah, I'd like to see it. I can't see Martial playing on the right wing though, in all honesty. I don't think he'd be very comfortable there. I did see this is something that I found quite interesting. I don't know if you guys will agree or disagree with this, because I don't know if you've seen all of it, but there were quotes coming out from a press conference that Ten Hag said, oh yeah, Martial and Højlund can play together as like a front 2. That's what it was alluded and suggested to. When you actually watch the interview or the press conference and what the lady asked him, and I think the lady was from United Stand, it was like there's different types of questions you can ask people. There's leading questions, there's open questions, there's blah, blah, blah. This was one of the most leading questions I've ever heard, where it was like, oh, okay, Martial's a really great striker. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. This isn't exactly what was said, but it was like, Martial's a really great striker. Could we see him line up as a striking partnership with Højlund? And Ten Hag literally batted it off by saying, yes, they can play in the same team because Martial can play on the left. So, like, for those who are wondering if we're ever going to see the Højlund-Martial partnership, the answer is 100% no. And the reasons for that are because, number one, it doesn't suit the formation that Ten Hag wants to play. Number two, having both of your strikers, who are both not exactly completely anti-injury prone in the side at one time, doubles your chance of like one of them getting injured. So it increases the chance of somebody getting injured. And the last thing we need is injuries. Number three, like I think we've seen us play with 2 strikers at one time, like once this season. And like, I don't know if we played with 2 strikers at all last season because we only had Weghorst. So the idea of Ten Hag completely switching to 2 strikers at the front, I think is a bit of a fantasy at this point. The closest we'll see to it is McTominay getting further forward from midfield. But yeah, Luke, I think that's why we're not gonna see any 3-5-2s or anything with 2 strikers further forward. Eshaw, we haven't had any midfield runner, and I read that one out. Ilmi, poor game so far, but the goals will come in the second half. No worries. Well, you said 3-0 Ilmi, so I will be knocking at your door if we do not win 3-0. Luke, could have got a ticket for tonight. So far, I'm glad I haven't wasted my money. Yeah, I think if you are going to go to a United game this season, wait until we pick up a bit of form. James, Rashford doesn't like to take anyone on unless he's near box on byline. He needs to just get the ball and run at any point. He slows the play down. Can clearly see he's missing the overlap from Shaw. Yeah. I think that does make Rashford's game a lot more obvious because when Luke Shaw was running forward, the defenders didn't know if he was going to pass it to Shaw, cut on the inside, all of this. But when he doesn't have anyone creating that option, the players just have to mark Marcus Rashford, and it's pretty. I think he's fairly obvious with what he's trying to do, especially when he's not in the best of form. Like you can kind of half predict if he's going to cut in or go to the byline, and if we can do that, then the players on the pitch can almost definitely do that. Eshaw, I feel like our players really switched to this hit first time balls when Ten Hag came out and said we want to play fast electric counter-attacking football. I feel like players try to force a counter. We haven't seen a counter-attack goal this season, I don't think. I can't remember this entire season so far. So this is the 13th match we're into. We're like almost at quarter of the way. I have no recollection of us scoring a counter-attacking goal. Luke, McTominay and Anthony for Mount and Garnacho and Anthony. Yeah, good shout, good shout. Yeah, it does look as though Ericsson is coming on for Amrabat. Getting his instructions now. Vispo, we know that he won't do any changes until the 85th minute. Well, you've just got to change there, Vispo, okay? Never doubt Eric. He knows what he's doing. 3-4-3 then. You'll do anything to get through at the back, won't you, Luke? I remember a few years ago, my mate tried telling me Martial was better than Rashford. That aged well. Martial's career was pretty much decided by well, the way Rashford came into the team pretty much described what Martial's career would be. Martial picked up an injury in the warm-up. Rashford came in, took the opportunity, and that's all she wrote. Rashford then becomes the starter pretty much, or well, he was playing as a striker for a while. But then he replaces Martial because Martial just doesn't have the dog in him. And we're back coming off Ericsson, Luke. I remember a few years ago my mate tried that. Oh yeah, that aged well. I've read that one. Vispo, yeah, didn't age well. The only issue I have with Ten Hag is him trying to get us to play in a way where we have possession. We've never been a possession-based side, always counter-attacking. But the problem is, Luke, if we've always been a counter-attacking side and that's the style of football we've played, then people should never have tried to get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out of the like manager's position, because like, believe it or not, we were one of the best, if not the best, counter-attacking side in the league under Solskjaer, and that was the perfect remedy to City and Liverpool. Like, we actually beat them quite convincingly sometimes under Solskjaer. So yeah, hopefully oh god, Anthony wins a throw-in. Okay. Second half underway. Let me sort this graphic out. Okay, 46th minute into the second half. Højlund, cross, nobody there. Or me. I also will put Mason Mount. Okay, so everyone, I'd say the majority of people, if not everyone, is calling for Mason Mount to come on. Which is a bit confusing to me because, I mean, everyone's been saying that he's not been performing at his best. And yet he is the man that people are going to save our Champions League dream. Why is Rashford still on? Because Rashford hasn't been that bad. Everyone hyper focuses on Rashford, I swear. Like, there's been a lot of underperforming players rather than just Rashford. Sergio shoots, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. The expectation of Martial was heavily inflated after that goal on his debut. No, 100%, man. Genuinely, after he scored that goal, I swear, I was like, it's happening. We've got the regen Thierry Henry. And then, alas, he just Martial doing Martial things. As soon as Martial didn't make the French squad that won the World Cup, and he had that tiff with Mourinho, it was kind of like the writing was on the wall for Martial's career since then, I think. Because in his mind, he should have been a World Cup winner. Solskjaer's best win was his first game, 5-1 versus Cardiff. Oh, it was a good one. I mean, the free-flowing football after watching the defensive Mourinho football, that was beautiful stuff to behold. McTominay is still on, by the way. Oh. Okay, so the reason Sergio giving the ball away there, Sergio really hasn't had a good game in my opinion. I think the reasoning behind McTominay staying on with Eriksen on is that, well, it looks like McTominay's sitting deeper now and Eriksen's getting further forward. Rashford on the left, what can he do? There's like 3 players. He's not going to dribble past them. Finds McTominay. Finds Anthony. Anthony heavy touch. Okay, Copenhagen on the attack here. Copenhagen. Oh, cut back. Save from Onana. Very good save. How close was it to him? I want to see. I'm gonna be fair here. I don't want to shot. And no, I'd say that's a decent reaction save. Very close to going in, by the way. If we're being honest, he didn't properly get full connection onto it. That could have very well ended up in the back of the net, but who cares? It didn't. Decent save there from Onana. Corner, Copenhagen, bouncing it around. Beach volleyball going on. Okay. Mackenzie, forget about Thierry Henry. Just loved the yearly battering of Leeds at the start of each season with Ole. Yeah, I know. I was sad when Leeds got relegated because they were just guaranteed points. We need a goal. Eriksen on the wall. Okay, Maguire going forward. Can't win without a goal. That's true, Michael Owen. That is true. Fernandez to Højlund. Dragged back. Was he fouled? The ref doesn't think it was a penalty. Can we get a replay, please, ref? Okay, he's listening in. He's listening in. Penalty, please. Oh, he's putting his thumbs up and sucking his whistle. Okay. Yeah, it would have been a soft penalty if we're being honest. Like he was kind of half held back, but it wasn't like he wasn't grabbing hold of his shirt or anything like that. So yeah. Van der Garg, I think that's his name, the assistant who's decided to stay with United rather than ditching and going to Ajax, looks quite shocked. McTominay on the ball. Finds Højlund. Rashford. Rashford forward to Sergio. Sergio, I think he's had a terrible game. Man, we're not playing as well as I'd hoped. I know it was going to be a close game. But thought we could have at least grabbed a goal early. Rashford on the ball to Sergio, to Fernandes. Rashford cuts it in. Højlund, Eriksen. Oh my god, how has he saved that? Oh, it's the man wearing the mask. Oh, wow. Good link-up play from Højlund. Eriksen strikes. What a strong wrist to save that. Fair play to the goalkeeper. Okay, we're knocking on the door now at least. Eriksen was pissed at that. Screaming out into the air. The screw is about to be turned. Okay, Onana. Copenhagen on the attack here. Fernandes to Højlund. Rashford making a great run. Is the ball good enough? Rashford? Penalty? Was that a penalty? Offside flag up for Rashford. Oh, man. Was he offside? That Fernandes trim is really interesting. Was Rashford offside? He's onside. He's onside. He's onside. Can that go to VAR or not? It wouldn't have been a penalty anyway. It didn't. There was no contact. Okay, but game is really opening up now. Vispo, we are so down bad, but we need to pray for pens, man. Yeah, it's true. We're knocking on the door, though. We've created some good chances. Fernandes out wide to Anthony. Fernandes getting in the positions that we love to see him in, further forward, where in space where he can play balls. Dodgy touch in the box. Goal kick to Copenhagen. Absolutely shocking. Oh, feet. Relax. Relax, guys. The goal's coming. Here we go. Ericsson. Rashford. Oh, terrible touch. Terrible touch from Rashford. Very poor. The crowd clapping though. They know what they're trying to do. We're getting more opportunities. Relax. It'll come. It'll come. He really should have done better with that. Cut in or do something. Like, why did he try and hit it off his knee? Oh no, it wasn't even off his knee. It was off his foot. Terrible control. Terrible touch. Poor from Rashford. Varane kicks it forward. Copenhagen on the ball. Last thing we need is for them to score a goal. With how much space we are getting down the left now, Garnacho on the left, Rashford move on the right for Anthony. Yeah, I think the time's coming. I think in the next 5 minutes we'll see those changes. McTominay to Delo. Delo hits it long to Højlund. Højlund bouncing around the place. Shot and saved by Onana. Mount in for Anthony and Garnacho in for Rashford. I think we're more... It's a hard one. Do you take Rashford off completely? I think Ten Hag's more likely to play Rashford on the right and bring Garnacho down the left. And then maybe take McTominay off the Mount towards the 75th minute if we get a bit desperate and still haven't scored a goal. Maguire on the ball at the back. Sergio. Oh yeah, I forgot that McTominay is still on. Haven't seen him at all this half. Yeah, he's not. He's been sitting deeper so that Ericsson can get further forward. So he hasn't really been too involved in the play. Garnacho coming on and Lindelof by the looks of it. Ten Hag probably doesn't want to risk Varane for 90 minutes, I suppose. So Lindelof on for Varane would be my guess. Corner for Man United, 61st minute. Still got plenty of time. 29 minutes of normal time to play. Cross. Ericsson to Sergio. Sergio with a stinking cross. Quite bad. Gives the ball away. Anthony on the ball. Anthony to Ericsson. Ericsson out wide to Fernandes. Fernandes on the right wing now from the looks of it. Ericsson back on the ball. Found McTominay, but McTominay's touch was heavy. Rashford to Maguire. Back to Rashford. Fernandez. What can he do? Finds Anthony. Anthony long ranger, please. Anthony cuts in. Shoots. Not accurate. Poor from him. Very poor. We had the pressure there and we decided to take a shot on instead. Okay, no, Lindelof's coming on for Sergio Reguilon instead. Which I can understand because he's had a terrible game, to be honest. I don't think he's had that good of a game. And Garnacho... Wait, no. Who did Garnacho come on for? I think Garnacho came on for Anthony there. Yeah. Copenhagen long shot and Onana saves. Very good. We move. Lindelof to Garnacho. Ericsson on the ball. Lindelof down the left to Garnacho. Garnacho on the ball. Garnacho dispossessed. And Copenhagen counter-attack. Who is going to win this match for us? Free kick here for Copenhagen. Onana directing his wall. Come on. Wall does its job. And Delo clears. Right in front of a ref, Maguire. Please, man. What did he do? Marcus Rashford defending. Gives away a throw-in. Copenhagen. Copenhagen dangerous attack there, but hits for side netting. And it remains 0-0. Corner. Away by McTominay. Garnacho. Okay, Garnacho releases Rashford, who releases Fernandez. Fernandez long to Garnacho. Garnacho sprinting forward. Garnacho. Oh, heavy touch. Heavy touch from Garnacho. And it is still 0-0. Okay. Okay, recover. Copenhagen on the ball at the back, trying to take the sting out of the game. We're definitely more lively now, but we waste that opportunity. Garnacho. Running back. Needs to track back there. Lindelof's isolated. Ball, lots of space for Copenhagen to play into. Copenhagen passing it around with ease. Cross in. And it is out for a goal kick for Manchester United. We were very close to scoring a classic counter-attacking goal, and Garnacho was in his own half. Oh, such a poor touch. Very poor touch from Garnacho there. Could have shot, but he got caught in two minds between shooting and taking the ball around the goalkeeper, which led to a poor touch. McTominay on the ball here to Rashford. Rashford, right wing, doesn't know who to pass to. How has Garnacho not slotted that, man? Yep. This is the thing. People call for Garnacho. He's still a diamond in the rough. Rashford trying to weave through a couple of players there, but comes out short. Copenhagen with the ball, playing out from the back again. Copenhagen building an attack now. And Copenhagen have just got through Maguire and Varane like a chainsaw through butter. Lindelof, very good defending there in the box. Okay. Maybe jump out my seat, and then he missed. Yeah. It's poor from him. Garnacho's better than that, we all know it. Okay, we need that goal. We've got 20 minutes to do it. Well, probably like 19 minutes because the ref likes to blow the whistle early, which is why we may not get the win tonight. Remember that. McTominay to Delo. Rashford down the right. Delo running beside him. Delo on the ball. Delo cross. Defended well by Copenhagen. Maguire to Garnacho. What can Garnacho do? Garnacho crosses it in, but is defended well by Copenhagen. The pressure is on. We're showing good signs here. We just need to keep it up, and the goal will come. It will come. Fernandez to take the corner. Sorry, Fernandez, corner. Okay, Delo on the ball. Ericsson, cross. Maguire! Harry Maguire! Oh my God, he's done it again! Harry Maguire! Harry Maguire's just scored, our saviour! When we needed him most, Harry Maguire! Oh my God, what a goal! What a header! Harry Maguire, cross from Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen needs to start. I'm sorry, McTominay. You had your run. Christian Eriksen back in the side. Maguire for the win. Oh, look at him do love hearts towards the Man United fans. It means so much to make him captain. Make him captain. Wait, what? Oh my God, please do not be offside. Oh my God, please, no, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. No, 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 he's onside. You can see the arm of the other player. No, he's definitely onside. He's definitely onside. Goal stands. Beautiful. Okay, Harry Maguire. Harry Magoat, as we call him here. Beginning now. Harry Magota keeps us in the Champions League one more time. Harry Magotier, yeah, he's a bloody legend. Oh, what a goal. Let's change these scores. Let's change these scores. Okay, 1-0. Surely we can hold on to a 1-0 lead. We can do this, boys. Come on. 18 minutes to go. We can pick up another one, maybe. Harry Maguire's resurgence is actually happening. Yes, you can say, oh yeah, it's Copenhagen and it's Sheffield United. I don't care. If he's going to be a squad player, this is exactly what we want from him. So, Harry Magoat, he's here to stay. Give him the captain's armband, man. Give him. Harry Maguire should be our captain. He really wants to get back in the starting 11. Mackenzie Maguire always scores in the most random times. Like whenever he scores, it's always because he's up top when he's not meant to be. Oh, he's meant to be there, man. He's meant to be wherever he wants. He covers every blade of grass. Oh, okay, Rashford down the right. Went for a shot, but wins the corner. And Old Trafford is alive and kicking. Okay, let's release these player ratings on the Discord. What a man. Harry Maguire, man. If he actually comes back and has more games like this, like people are gonna have to take their words back and stop slating the guy. Ooh, Fernandez. Rashford on the half volley there, but he completely skies it. Okay, Copenhagen making a few changes, looking to put the nail in our Champions League coffin, but they have failed, sir. They have failed. You can't stop us. You can't stop the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game. Magotia over Ronaldo. Yep, well, who's still here? Is Ronaldo still here? Nah. Magotia survived Ole. He survived Rangnick. And he's going to be a key player under Ten Hag. Maguire over any defender. Oh, look at the turn. Look at the tide changing. You love to see it. Positive FC is back. Ericsson with an amazing cross as well, by the way. Ericsson needs to get some credit for that. Garnacho back to Lindelof. Lindelof to Varane. Can we hold on to this is the question. I believe we can. Just need a little bit of patience. Okay, Hoylands. Oh, why? Oh, McTominay. McTominay to Garnacho. McTominay. Oh, no. How are they so shit? How did they not score a goal there? Garnacho, man, I swear. Is Garnacho left-footed or right-footed? Because he spoons so many right-footed shots. Oh. Oh, man. I almost woke up my neighbours there. What? Oh. Garnacho, man. Oh, great save as well from the McTominay shot from the goalkeeper. Fair play. Maguire has more goals in UCL in 2023 than Ronaldo. That says it all. That says it all. Bellingham just scored for Real again, I think. We missed out so bad on him. Yeah. Problem is, we can't even say that we missed out on him because he directly chose not to sign with us because we were just a mess of a club. And we are a mess of a club. Also, would he have developed into the player that he is today had he joined United at the time? I don't know. I don't know if he would have. McTominay. Oh no. Hoyland to Garnacho. Left wing. I don't know why he's crossing into absolutely no one, Garnacho. People aren't gonna like. I get Garnacho's young, but when people say, "Oh yeah, he needs to start over Rashford," all of these chances he's missed, like I think Rashford, if he was in those positions, would bury them. Garnacho back to Varane. Eriksen. Long ball from Eriksen, trying to find Fernandez. Garnacho in the box. Fernandez to Eriksen, to Lindelof, to nobody. Yeah, that. Fernandez thinks that he got the ball, but he picks up a yellow card instead. Fernandez is absolutely furious without believing he got the ball. Let's see what the replay has to say. Did he get this ball? He didn't get the ball at all, so he was just... Don't know why he's angry there. Scott has proper scooped that one. Problem is, Rashford isn't getting into those positions for some reason. I think it's because... I think in all honesty, when Eriksen comes onto the pitch, Rashford is usually right wing at that point. So I think like the team that we've got out right now is more set up to play fluid, open football. Like the game's more open. Both sides are coming forward and back. So like, I think when it's early on in a game and a team is defending more resolutely, Rashford isn't best for that. Or he just hasn't been this season. Okay, so player ratings are all done and all out for the Discord. Fernandez out to Rashford down the right wing. Fernandez busting a gut to get in the box. Rashford finds him because he's not selfish. Oh, Fernandez shoots, but the tackle was good from the Copenhagen player, and it will be a corner for Manchester United. Now we're playing fluid football. I don't know why we can't do it in first halves of matches. We need to make these changes before we can play like this. Inches away there from Fernandez. Cross again. Ooh. And we miss out on that one. Okay, Garnacho down the left. What can he do? Okay, Anthony Martial preparing to come on. Copenhagen piling on the pressure down the wing. Cross in, but Varane, very good interception there. Hits it over the bar. I think we need to give Varane his flowers as well. I mean, Maguire's definitely the man of the match given the goal, but I think we need to give Varane his flowers. If we do keep a clean sheet, it's the first one we've kept in a while, and it's no surprise it's come about when Varane has returned back into the side. Okay, Copenhagen change. What we thought of a ref tonight? Haven't really paid much attention to him, to be honest. I don't think he's been terrible. I think he's been just average ref performance. There's no decisions where I thought that's absolutely mad. What are you saying about the ref, Mackenzie? Normally a good thing where you don't notice him. Yeah. Cross and defended well. Okay, Copenhagen are putting on the pressure, but do they have the quality to break down the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game? I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Martial coming on for Marcus Rashford. I think Rashford's had a decent game today, in all honesty. I mean, people are going to say, oh, yeah, he's been frustrating and all of this. Like, yeah, he has been. So has Garnacho. So have the other forwards, Anthony. Højlund has had a few flicks, but he's been a bit frustrating himself. Okay, Rashford isn't coming off. Højlund's coming off. I think that's interesting. It looks. Did they change their mind there? Or okay, Rashford, Martial, and Garnacho. We get to see a front three of them. Let's see how this plays out. Onana, long. Lindelof. Back to Maguire. I just pray he doesn't make any mistakes. Just collect the man of the match award, Harry, come on. Tomine winning the ball back in midfield. Does he? Yeah, he wins the foul. Very good from McTominay. Battling in the midfield there. Varane to Maguire. Maguire to Lindelof. Lindelof defending well. Eriksen back to Maguire. I think having Eriksen in the side also just makes the back line act a lot faster as well. Like, he'll always pass to the back line when they're in space. There isn't much hesitation, which in turn allows us to build up a bit more possession and allows our defenders to move up further on the pitch. Okay, well, hopefully the ref blows the whistle early this time, but odds are we're probably going to get an added like 20 minutes considering it's us. Let's do a quick stat watch as well. Now, where we were struggling in the first half and almost matching them, we have matched them when it comes to possession. So that has been pretty much 50-50. Pass accuracy almost identical. However, we have created more chances. And that's a direct result of Christian Eriksen coming onto the pitch. So we're still scraping wins, but we're getting wins, which is the important thing. Okay, Delo sprinting down the right wing, getting past people. Cross in for Garnacho, and it goes over Garnacho's head. He misreads the flight of the ball. Lindelof to McTominay. Varane. Out wide to Fernandez. Maguire on the ball. To Varane. Things you love to see. Looked like Maguire was kind of clutching his thigh for a second there, but looks like he's okay now. Okay, so the ref should have blown the final whistle now. He's yet to do so. 4 minutes of added time. We're into the 90th minute. So we are 4 minutes away from recharging our Champions League dream. Yeah, I think a lot of people were hoping Rasmus would have a decent game today and grab a couple of goals purely because it's his former side, but yeah, he didn't have too much of a great game. Laid off a few balls, but yeah, fairly average. Garnacho completely taken out, and that will be a free kick to Manchester United. Okay. 2 minutes left. Still rocking about. Still going well. I think the win is all but secured at this stage. And yeah, loving life. Okay, there's calls for handball there. But it's offside, thank God. Okay, good. I thought Maguire was going to do a McTominay there. Okay, 30 seconds left. Come on. Oh my God. No. No, McTominay hasn't given a penalty. No. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, don't say it. No. 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 VAR, check it. Check it, please. 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 Oh, for the love of God, please. No. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, for the love of God. McTominay, man. 2 penalties in 2 games, really? Yeah, we're pretty much out of the Champions League if we draw at a... Please save, Onana. I'm not looking at the chat. Please save, please save, please save, please save, please save. Please save, 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 please save. He saves it! Oh my God! Yes! Onana! Oh my God! He's done it! He's done it! Oh my God! Onana! Onana! Oh, I think I just woke up my neighbours. I don't care. Oh my god, yes. History maker. Onana. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 2 penalties, but they haven't been able to score against us. Onana. What a guy. Oh my god. I think he's just stolen Maguire's man of the match. He's actually just stolen Maguire's man of the match. Onana. Oh my god, what a guy, man. And that's game over. I can't believe what I've just watched. Look at Garnacho. Look at Garnacho kick him that spot. Look at Garnacho kick him a penalty spot. What a legend. Yes, Garnacho. Oh my god. Manchester United are alive and kicking. Okay. Guys, I'm going to end the stream here, but I'm going to be back in like 5 minutes to do the player ratings. Thanks for tuning in, all of you. And yeah, I'll see you very soon in like literally 5 minutes. Godspeed.